Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Rams going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now the rookie from San Diego State, it's Donnell Pumphrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Let's go!
On third down, Hackenberg. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Murray, strong running. Murray has the first down and more. That good for 22 and a first down.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Again, it's Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Bradford with a give to Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 3rd down, Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Brockers with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This from 36 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Hackenberg. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A gain of 32 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Hackenberg. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Murray. And he's got some space here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
First down, Bradford. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the...
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. Working out of the gun, Bradford. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. The counter with Murray. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass would go from incomplete to complete.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, Bradford. This is caught by Jackson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. In the red zone this time. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They go with Murray again. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Bradford going to give it to Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A toss to Murray. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go! 3-19! Over!
They'll run again here with Dunbar. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. There he goes left side. Touchdown, L.A. Lance Dunbar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. is piling up. It's Murray again. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And his throw is incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Bradford. Right side caught by Jackson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he shifts past him. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Being chased out left. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And still fighting. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. A play fake to Murray. Now Bradford. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Forbath will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the 2nd half. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down, Bradford. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Quinn coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Again, it's Pumphrey. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Watch it now. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the run, Dunbar. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
They'll throw now with Hackenberg. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go now. 3. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They run with Pumphrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On on the run. It's Pumphrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice job holding him out of the end zone on 3rd down, but give a big assist to the crowd. They've been with him the entire game and have spurred them on. Here in the second half, they've really helped elevate their play.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and 4.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Bradford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Meanwhile, down in Chicago. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shreds the tackle. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No. Here we go.
On second down, here's Hackenberg. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Hackenberg. He's got a man, complete. And a big 32-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First down, Hackenberg. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down, Hackenberg. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Hackenberg looks to throw it. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do...
Latavius Murray. He's at the 40, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Bradford steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Yeah. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. It's Pumphrey on the toss, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. Throwing, Hackenberg. Flush to his right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And now out comes Minnesota. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They pitch it out to Murray. Room here to run. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, Murray. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
He's back to throw. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it, and the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Fresh set of downs here. To the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left, want to save it.
He's got to hook up to Floyd. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Floyd in the final minute, and the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to run with Murray, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Austin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's second down. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker, see if he can get you to overtime. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
Now Dunbar. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll run it now with Dunbar. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
To throw, Hackenberg. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. What can Bradford do in the OT? Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Hackenberg now from the 50. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He got 29 yards that time. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah,
it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.